When you are ready to operate by faith, you can see God show up. You know He wants to work miracles in our life. He wants to do things through us. But there is an ingredient that He needs from us, and it's our faith. Bible teaches us that fear is a big issue, that there will come a day where men's hearts will fail them for fear. Faith can change your story. We are all living out a story right now, and not everybody lives the good story. We can live our own story. The world can live its own story. Satan wants you to live the wrong story. God's written a story for you. The biggest issue isn't trying to do something great. The biggest issue that many times we face is just believing, can God do it? When we allow fear to infiltrate our minds and our conservations in our daily life, in our activities, the church that God intends to be the greatest moving, powerful force in the end time immobilized. And God is saying, come on, don't be afraid. Someone has got to tell themselves in that season, I shall not fear. Most people, even Christians, decide what they are going to do about what they see first. And if you decide whether you are going to do what God says do on the front end because you see it, then you are not exercising faith and you have cancelled out seeing God move. You see, faith flourish in the absence of fear. Fear is the substance of things that you would hate to happen. But faith is the substance of things that you hope will happen. Do you see the shift that if we get focused on, and it's the enemy's job in 2024, to shift our focus away from all of the promises that God has given us, but God is in control of the life that is submitted to Him by faith. Father, I need you to be in control of this. I am giving you permission to invade this area of my life. When I put my faith in God, it releases the power of God to begin to work and manifest in my life. If I want the mountain to move, what would Jesus say I need? I need to speak to the mountain and believe that it will be cast into the sea. But God's call comes to us in the midst of all that and brings us back to center and say, you are focusing on the wrong thing. Focus on faith because faith is the substance of things hoped for. And so it's okay for us to hope for some great things because it redirects our attention from the thing that we are afraid of to the thing that we are hoping God is going to do. It's all right to hope. Some people give hope a bad name. Hope there is something wrong with hope. It's okay to hope because faith is the substance of things. Hope, or somewhere in the midst of hope, you begin to believe that God is giving you hope for a good reason. Good is opening a door that you couldn't see before because you were so locked in it. You had autofocus locked in on fear. But God said, we are going to disconnect and reconnect to hope, because if you get focused on hope, something going to happen. Faith is the substance of things hoped for or so. Fear brings an absence of potential, but faith opens the door to God's providence in our life. Faith opens the door for God to say, now get ready to see what I'm going to do. Get ready. Come on, get taken in the world. Because there is promises there that have yet to be received and I am ready to receive it. Where you have God fear, you have emotion that are out of control. You will have panic, you will have anger, you will have people doing things they would never normally do because faith not in control. Fear is in control. The Bible abounds with people who trump through faith. A whole litany of people who decided to trust God over themselves, over other people, and over their circumstances. The beauty of faith trump in that you get divine approval. It doesn't mean everything goes smoothly, but it says of all the others who are people of faith that they trump because they got a divine okay. They got a God stamp of approval. When you get the highest approval possible in creation, then that means you are victorious and you are successful regardless of other circumstances or at any given moment. I wish I could tell you that a life of faith means a problemless life. That's not the world in which we live. That's heaven on earth. There are going to be ups and downs, but you still can be approved where God says you did it, and there's nothing that will make you feel better or be better than the divine approval of God. So let's get divine approval because we are going to believe Him, even when believing Him is the last thing we want to believe. Walk by faith, not by sight, so that you can be part of the others who are approved of God. God bless you.